Hey, just a disclaimer, if you're watching this and you're like driving or something, there's not anything exciting that's going to be happening here besides me killing Wizardman Shaman. So if you want to be able to just drive and listen to a video, this could possibly be it. My voice is no ASMR type video, but no, I thought I would make this because I used to never kill Wizardman Shamans, and the reason is I did it when they first came out, and I mean, I still suck at the game obviously, but I really sucked back then, and when I had tried to kill them, I just got absolutely destroyed. And even at Cox, like the last time I went to Cox, I still had no idea how the mechanics work, so I would always get wrecked there. I mean, I think I've probably the first time I ever died at Cox actually was to Lizardman Shaman. So anyway, the point of this video, at least at the beginning here, is that I was doing Vorkath for my Slayer task. I'm working on 90 Slayer, and I realized that I'm almost 99 range. I don't know how I didn't, like, I know that I had 98 range, I just kind of forgot about it. And so I was like, you know what? I just want to see if I can get a Dragon Warhammer. Like, how cool would that be just for the collection log? Like, even though everything is crashed right now and the Dragon Warhammer is like 28 mil, I was like, why not? So I'm just going to spend the rest of the time here. I got, what, 700 something K XP. I'm going to spend the rest of the time here and see if I can get a Dragon Warhammer before I get 99 range. So I will not leave here until I'm 99 range. This for me is actually really fun. I'm sure for a lot of people they're like, grinding this as an Iron Man or whatever, but I have never done these before, so for me this is like a new and exciting piece of content that I was always terrified to try out because I just didn't understand it. Like, there's so much going on whenever you initially see it, and you have to have all this armor and, you know, just weird mechanic stuff, but it's really not bad. I'm probably not doing it efficiently, as some people would say, but whatever. I'm having fun doing it, and I think that's what matters right now, because here lately it's been such a grind playing RuneScape, just doing the same skills over and over and over, the same methods. Like, Old School RuneScape really does need to, like, do something. I don't know what, because I hate to see the game change like a ton, but when you get into these higher levels, I've said it before, it's just real grindy. But anyway, for me, this is like a new piece of content, so I'm loving it. The drops overall are consistently like not bad. They're pretty good. You get a lot of rune items, a lot of alchables, a lot of stackables, herbs, runes, etc. I do have one regret in all this though, and that's the fact that I wish I would have done this sooner. And that's because A, the Dragon Warhammer was more expensive, and B, the blowpipe wasn't nerfed yet, and now we have amethyst darts that are 300 GP and adamant darts that are 20 GP, and well, I'm just not gonna spend the extra money to buy the amethyst darts, so I'm stuck on lower accuracy or damage or however the mechanics work there. But anyway, it's just, I wish I would have done this sooner when the blowpipe was better. I think this would have been a lot less tedious per se, because sometimes you'll hit 0 after 0 after 0 after 0 on these shamans, and it gets really irritating. By the way, in case you're curious, if you watch my band documentary, I still have not heard anything, and it's now, what, September? Yeah, I've got no response from anyone except for Mod Ash, which was not helpful at all. Go Jagex support. And actually, if I'm gonna beat that drum, I may as well go ahead and say that I really dislike Jagex. I mean, really. They are probably the worst run company as far as the player support department goes that I've ever seen. And by the way, if you're like me and you start a membership and then you cancel it immediately so it doesn't renew in case you decide to stop playing, I always put on my cancel agreement that I am not happy with customer support. And I would recommend you do the same if you've had any of the same issues I have. Man, some of these Jagex moderators, I swear, if you ever watch the like live streams they do, these guys, some of them are like the kids you see that got like beat up at school, and now they have like this huge power trip because like they can control the game, they can control people's accounts. It's the first time in their life they've ever had control over somebody else, and it's like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do with all this power. Let's help some people, let's not help some people. It's just one of those things where there's no balance. I don't know how all of their customer support people work, but if you look at just the content developers, you can probably make an assumption on how the rest of their customer service department looks, and it's not bright. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure some of the staff at Jagex is freaking awesome, just like you have good and bad people everywhere, you have good and bad police, etc. But I think a lot of the guys there, I mean, because this isn't just like me submitting a help ticket or whatever to get the false temp ban off my account. Like, I have literally messaged people on Twitter with no response. I have added them, I have DM'd them. there's no way that they didn't see, because I've done it on nearly every video Jagex puts out. I have, like I said, just every method of contact possible. There's no way that they haven't seen my cries for help, I should say. And honestly, I think that the employees there probably get so butthurt at some people that if they were to like see this video, for instance, of me talking about how much of a I was gonna use a certain adjective, but anyway, if they saw me talking about how terrible they are, they would probably like ban my account permanently because they get so salty about stuff. If you've also ever had a bad experience like this with a Jmod, I would really, really like to hear about it, or just Jagex customer service in general. There's nothing I can do about it, but I would like to see what other people have experienced. And I know on the ban documentary, people have commented their terrible situations, and I've seen it on Jagex's own platforms as well, but it's just crazy that there's so many people with so many problems, and they just don't seem to care. It's like they have such a big subscription base that it really just doesn't matter, because the few players that are complaining, you know, most people don't play hardcore. I'm just going to assume that a majority of their membership base is people that probably subscribe and then forget that they're subscribed and don't really play all that often. And those people probably don't complain or get that upset about their account, you know, getting a temp ban or something, because they don't understand how detrimental that is for an account like mine that's 15 plus years old. So if most of their membership base is those kind of people, and then people that are like botting or whatever, you know, they probably just don't have to care, because who am I? Just one more player. Speaking of Jagex moderators, why don't we give a round of applause to Mod Ian over there at Jagex, one of the top guys at Jagex, for the child sex charges he just picked up and has been jailed for. Way to go. Really, really top-notch people over there. I'm glad that's one of the people you have making decisions for people's the overall well-being of the game. One of your top guys. Just way to go. I also want to give a warning, because I think that this could trigger you to become temporarily banned per se, or permanently banned by accident. I was reading the reviews on the RuneScape 3 app for your phone they just came out with, and I think people that are logging into different devices, like mobile devices, to play are getting banned because the IP addresses are coming up different. I'm thinking that the IP address probably triggers you know, something in their detection system. So I think people need to be careful when they're playing on mobile and switching devices and stuff. I don't really know how you can be careful, but maybe try to minimize the amount of devices that you log into and where you're logging into them, because I'm thinking that the IP address thing is probably triggering part of the reason that these temp bans are going on. There's several comments in the app store for people that are having this problem, and of course they're getting the same generic response I did, which is contact Jagex support, which is totally useless and non-existent. So it's just something to be aware of. Be mindful of the devices that you are logging into, because once you get one of these bans, you're not going to get help. It is not going to be appealed. It's actually not appealable. That's why I've been having to contact everyone and everything to try to get someone to look at my account, because if you get a permanent or temporary ban for macroing, you cannot appealable. It is 100% unappealable. There's not even an option. So you're just kind of screwed. So the next time you see me here at the Lizardman's, you will probably be seeing me with either 99 range or Dragon Warhammer, just to kind of sum up the video here. And like I said, if you have any comments like for something terrible or some kind of weird interaction you've had with a Jmod or Jagex customer support in general, please leave a comment below. I would like to hear about it. I'm sure others would as well. I hate that I'm even having to make this kind of content where I'm talking about Jagex support. I'd much rather just be playing RuneScape. They just haven't left me much of an option, because I still haven't heard anything, and it's been like half a year now, and well, it's pretty ridiculous. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. Maybe I'll do more videos like this if you leave a thumbs up and I can see that people actually like this. Anyway, take care guys. I'll see you in the next one.